So it's finally here, summer. The summer solstice is today. June 20th, 2025. Quarter mala for the summer solstice. It's 28 Sun Salutations. 27 Sun Salutations will be all Surya Namaskar A. Unlike when we're on equinoxes, we're throwing those Surya Namaskar B in there. Today, it's just Surya Namaskar A. So let's start with the palms facing out. Roll your shoulders back and down. Your feet are together and all 10 toes grounded, pressing down into the mat. We're going to inhale, sweep our hands up overhead into a salute. Press the fingertips away. Your hands should be flat against each other and fingers together, palms together. We'll pull the belly in as we swan dive to a forward fold. And forward fold, your upper body is hinged at the hips, folded over the lower body. Inhale, bring your hands to your shins and flatten your back for a half lift. Exhale as you place your hands back to the mat and step back into a plank and through Chaturanga Dandasana. Then we'll inhale for upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. As we inhale, we're going to step to the top of the mat with as few steps as possible into a half lift. So we land in that back flat position and exhale into a forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. And exhale back to mountain pose. That's one Sun Salutation. Out of my way. Let's do round two. Inhale, sweep hands up overhead for the salute. Exhale, fold. Inhale into your half lift, flat back. Exhale through the vinyasa part, which is Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward with as few steps as possible. We're going to come up into the half lift, which is a flat back. Exhale, fold. And inhale. Sweep hands up overhead. Exhale back to mountain. Round three. Same thing. We're going to sweep those hands up overhead. Exhale to the forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale through Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, we're going to step to the top of the mat into half lift. And exhale, fold. Sweep arms up as you inhale. And exhale, hands back to mountain. Round four. Inhale, sweep arms up. And we're going to hold that salute. So we're really going to push the fingertips away. Thumbs back. Let the chest open up. Let your torso feel that lengthening. We'll exhale into the fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale as we make our way through Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Roll across the toes and lift your hips for downward facing dog. Step forward with as few steps as you can manage into a half lift. Your back's flat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep arms up overhead. Return to mountain. From mountain pose, we'll start round four. Sweep arms up overhead in the salute. Exhale into your forward fold. We're going to hold the forward fold, just hinging at the hips, letting the upper body fold over the lower so your ribs will press against your thighs. Holding this forward fold, letting the legs kind of lengthen out. And then we'll inhale into the half lift. And exhale, hands to the mat, into plank through Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Then we'll look forward and step to the top of the mat into the half lift again. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep arms up. Hands down, 4. Sweet. This time, we'll come into the salute. Inhale. Forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, half lift. With our half lifted position, the hands can either be on the floor or against the thighs or even on blocks. Your back's flat and your neck is lengthened out energetically. So you're pushing the crown of your head forward. We're holding, so shoulder blades back in back pockets. Now we can exhale through Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And we're going to step forward into the half lift again and exhale into the fold. Sweep your arms up for salute. And exhale back down. Inhale, salute. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Let's hold this up dog. We're going to squeeze our cheeks together in up dog and really ground the fingertips. This is a good back stretch and also for the front core stomach muscle area. And then we're going to exhale, lifting your hips for downward facing dog. We'll look forward on the inhale. Step into the half lift again. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep arms up overhead. Exhale to mountain. All right, let's take a deep breath. Inhale, sweep arms up overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. You can put your knees on the floor. That's perfectly fine. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And as we hold downward facing dog, we're going to press our heart back toward the knees. So you're going to really engage the arms. You'll need to grip the mat with all 10 fingers. Let your heels fall down toward the floor. It's a nice lengthener for the backs of the legs. Look forward with minimizing the steps. We're going to step to the top of the mat into the half lift so your back's flat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep arms up overhead into the salute. Hands back down as you exhale. Sweet. Let's take a moment and stand in mountain pose. Your eyes closed. Just center for a moment. Come back to our Sun Salutations. Sweep hands up overhead. Exhale, fold. Feel those those ribs getting closer to the thighs each time. Inhale, half lift. Exhale through Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, roll across the toes for downward facing dog. As you inhale, we'll step to the top of the mat into half lift. Exhale, fold. Sweep arms up overhead. Exhale, back to mountain. Let's inhale. Sweep arms up. Salute. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up, overhead, salute. Exhale, back to mountain. Inhale, sweep arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, travel to the top of the mat into half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep arms up overhead for mountain. Exhale for mountain. Inhale, salute. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, shoulders in back pockets. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come into the half lift. The top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep hands up, overhead for the salute, and exhale to mountain. Again, inhale, salute, fold, half lift, Chaturanga Dandasana, upward facing dog, down dog. This is when we look to the top of the mat. Travel to the top of the mat into the half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Come up for your salute. Exhale, mountain. Inhale, salute. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Exhale. Downward facing dog. We're going to hold down dog. Paddle your feet a little bit. Look forward. Travel to the top of the mat for the half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep hands up for your salute. Exhale the mountain. Inhale. Salute. Exhale. Fold. Inhale. Half lift. Exhale. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Inhale to your half lift. Exhale, fold. Parallel the crown of the head to the floor. And bend those knees a little as you come up on an inhale. Do a salute. Exhale, back to mountain. Let's go again. Inhale. Salute. Exhale. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Travel to the top of the mat into the half lift with that flat back. And exhale into a forward fold. Sweep hands up. And exhale for mountain. In mountain, inhale. For salute, exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, into the half lift. Exhale, fold. Sweep hands up overhead as you come up into the salute. Exhale to mountain. Again. Salute. Hold salute. Forward fold. Hold forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Hold it. The shoulder blades back and down into your back pockets. Exhale through Chaturanga Dandasana. We're going to hold. And inhale. Upward facing dog will hold. Exhale. Down dog. Hold it. Inhale to the top of the mat into the half lift. Exhale, fold. Fold. Hold your forward fold. Let the backs of the legs feel that lengthening out. And then inhale. Reach arms up overhead into the salute. We'll hold. Look up. And then exhale your hands down to mountain. Again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to the top of the mat for your half lift with a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep hands up overhead. Exhale, back to mountain. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold. Crown of your head wrap. Parallel itself to the floor. Your upper body's just kind of hanging there like a rag doll. And inhale. Half lift. Flatten the back with the shoulders in the back pockets. Take your hands to the floor as you exhale for Chaturanga Dandasana. And inhale into upward facing dog. Don't forget those fingertips are pressing into the mat. As we exhale into downward facing dog, lift your hips. Look forward as we travel to the top of the mat into the half lift. Shoulder blades in back pockets. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead into the salute. Look up. Exhale. Inhale. Salute. Exhale. Fold. Inhale. Half lift. Exhale. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale. Up dog. Exhale. Down dog. Inhale. Half lift. Exhale. Fold. Inhale. Salute. Exhale. Mountain. Salute. Fold. Half lift. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Half lift. Forward fold. And mountain. One more. Inhale. One more fast one. Hold. Half lift. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Half lift. Hold. Salute. And mountain. Inhale. Exhale as we sweep into our forward fold. Hold it. On your next inhale, find me in half lift. Next exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Inhale to the top of the mat, half lift. Exhale, fold. Sweep arms up overhead for the salute. Look up. Exhale, mountain. All right, we're going to hold each pose this time for 2 breaths. Salute. Now, when I exhale, I'll come into the fold. I'm going to grab the back of my ankles. Let my head parallel to the floor and breathe. Next inhale, I take my hands to my shins, flatten my back, and put the shoulder blades in the back pockets. Next exhale, I take it through Chaturanga Dandasana. Next inhale, sweep my upper body forward, lower body stays on the mat. Sweeping my cheeks so that my low back is protected. Now I'm going to roll across my toes on the next exhale. And breathe in downward facing dog. Looking forward into the half lift. On the next exhale, forward fold. Maybe grab the ankles again. On the next inhale, sweep your arms up overhead for the salute. We'll hold that salute for 2 breaths. On the next exhale, take your hands back down to your sides for mountain pose. I'm going to slow it down a little more. We'll get us some slower drums too. Okay. We've got 2 more left. Sweep arms up overhead. This is our salute. To the sun. It's life-sustaining light. Now let's forward fold. Let your head parallel itself to the floor, the crown of the head. And then we're going to take the hands to the shins and flatten our back, setting our shoulder blades back and down. Your head's going to poke forward like it's a turtle trying to come out of the shell. And then we'll flow through, breathe through Chaturanga Dandasana. With your knees on the floor, it's a little easier to hold that. And then sweep the upper body up while you leave the legs on the floor. Exhale. We'll fold our downward facing dog. We're going to look forward and step to the top of the mat into the half lift. exhale into the fold. Taking a hold of the ankles once again. And inhale. Raise your hands up overhead. Exhale back to mountain. And again, one more time. Salute, look up. Exhale into your fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Roll across the toes, nice and smooth. Downward facing dog. Take a look forward at the top of the mat. And we'll step to the top of the mat into a half lift. And exhale gently into a forward fold. Knees. And let's come up to the salute. Look up. And exhale your hands down to mountain. We'll stand in mountain. And reflect on the reverence of our sun. Nice job. You can blink open your eyes. That is a quarter mullet, 27 Surya Namaskar A.